My guest is Sumar Sleem from Domus Orientalis Lebanon. Marhaba.
Marhaba.
What does it mean, marhaba?
Well, it comes from the Syriac, marhobo. I can't remember. It's a greeting. I think it means love, but I'm not sure about it. But we have it in Lebanon and in Syria. We use marhaba to greet.
So when I hear in Lebanon or Syria marhaba, I should say marhaba too?
Yes.
Or?
Yes, or we, the Lebanese, we tend to duplicate. So if you say marhaba, we will say marhabtain sometimes.
Okay.
Yes, it's two. Double the marhaba.
You said marhaba to Pope Leo?
No, actually, because he was standing there. But of course, why are we mentioning it?
Yeah, well, because Leo was in Lebanon a few days ago.
Yes. But his presence, his visit was a blessing for all of us. Of course, we all said marhaba on the presidential road. We were waiting for some time, and it rained heavily, and we were all wet. But we were all so ready to say marhaba and welcome to the Pope.
It was normal that it was raining all the time during the all meetings?
No, it was kind of touching that wherever he went, he brought rain with him. We had a long season of drought, and we were already end of November and still having this summer weather. And it was weird. We were starting to wonder, where's the rainy season? We need our wells and to be filled with water reserves again. We need the snow. We need to start the winter properly. And here he comes, and a few days before we were still in short sleeves, some of us enjoying the sun, and then he's out there, and it starts to rain.
I heard that there was a rainbow during one meeting with him.
For the Holy Mass, there was a rainbow from Our Lady of Harissa to the Beirut waterfront where the Holy Mass was held.
What is the meaning of this visit of Pope in Lebanon for you, for Lebanese?
I believe it was a great sign of hope. It was a great sign of hope for everyone. And it was a strong message for people to believe that they are called to live together. They are called to build bridges among each others, to build communication, to make this exodus from the selfish state where some are trapped in toward the others. And everything he said was about how this country is meant to be, is called to be. And was it important? Yes, it has a symbolic meaning. It has a strong meaning because it's his first trip abroad. And he goes to Turkey, to Iznik, and then he comes to Lebanon. Wow. It really showed how we as Lebanese, we can gather to do something beautiful. Everything was beautiful. Everything, maybe it was to greet and welcome the Pope, but for us it was also healing because it was like finding ourselves again.
For you, when you say we, you are saying we Catholic in Lebanon or we Lebanon? We people.
I think I have the right to say we the Lebanese.
Not only Christians.
No, not only.
Why?
Because I could see the joy and the happiness even among non-Catholic, even among non-Christians, who were happy to see him in Lebanon. The news about the upcoming war and the speculations that there will be a war in the country was so strong that everyone was on the verge of breaking down. There will be war between October and November. No, there will be a war after mid-November. No, the war will start after the Pope leaves. Once the Pope leaves, the war will start. And you have all these analysts who go on media and telling you when will the war happen, what catastrophes will fall on our disasters will happen once the Pope leaves. Or that even before that, the visit of the Pope will be cancelled because there will be some incidents happening in the country. But then he came. He gave strong words. And there was this atmosphere, there was this peace upon us.
Can you compare this visit of Pope Leo to the visit of John Paul II? You can't remember, of course, this visit of John Paul II, but you know that, I know that it was very important.
Yes, I think when John Paul II came to Lebanon, it was very strong message to remind the Lebanese of their identity, and it gave so much hope, because even at that moment, the Lebanese were struggling, and especially the Christian community was struggling about its presence in the country. And he came to visit. And I remember how people were doing their best to see him and to greet him. And everything Pope John Paul II said about Lebanon is still a pillar for today. And then you have Pope Leo coming, and him quoting as well Pope John Paul II. But now Pope Leo came in a time that was very critical because of the situation in the country, because of the security warnings, because of the all-over situation in the Middle East, and because of people anticipating the war and the instability that marked his visit. And yet, you see, you just watch the videos, you just watch the reactions, you just read the comments, and you see it was much needed. It was much needed.
Lebanon is after the war and before the war. What is the situation of you now between these powers and these fears?
It's not easy. I mean, when you have the war, you know you have the war. And when there is peace, you know there is peace. But right now, it's just this ambiguous situation that keeps you on alert mode all the time. You have to worry all the time about following up with the news, because maybe something's happening and I don't know what it is. For myself, I choose not to read anymore because I need to go on with my day. But having to worry about this, the safety and the situation in the country is an extra thing to add besides the daily worries that we have to struggle with, like the traffic, the roads, the electrical power, the water supply. I mean, the daily things that just happen so naturally, maybe here in Poland, we have to worry about them over there. We have to worry what is our source of electrical power we're using because of the bills. We have maybe solar panels, generator subscription, power company. So we need to navigate between three. We might open the faucet and not have a drop of water because simply there is no water anymore in our tanks. So we have to buy water to fill the tanks of the houses so we can use water in the faucets. Here you don't have tanks on the roof of your buildings because you simply don't need them. Transportation is a problem. And also because you don't have a really strong public transportation sector, it's a mess. And you have to find your ways around the country to go to work and the cost of it. And of course, the problems with the daily work that you'll have to face because of strikes, because of certain situations in public offices. And above all that, you need to worry about the last place that was bombed. Who died? What was the strike about? So this is why the Pope's visit was important. I mean, having to enjoy a few days without a drone in the air is also something, because even if nothing is happening, just by hearing the drone all the day is not easy. It's like background noise. You might tell yourself it's background noise and it's not affecting me, but no, it is affecting. And him coming, and regardless everything surrounding us, and us the Lebanese being able to pull out all this, I mean, as a government, as entities who contributed in the preparations, it was really something. It really meant a lot. It just came at the right moment to remind us who we are and what we are capable of.
You are in Domus Orientalis. You are the most important person.
No, I'm just a mess. Don't
Yes, of
believe
course.
that.
Yes. Okay. And what now are you doing? Because Domus Orientalis started to help in Beirut first, after this big accident in port of Beirut. But now situation is...
It's changing, yes. You know, it's amazing that you will hear that some people's houses are still affected by that time from the blast and no one knew. But because there are some certain silent situations. But also we had people whose houses were affected after this war in 2024. And they had damages and they couldn't return home, even though, for example, they would be living in Christian neighborhoods or in areas that are like Christian streets, but they are so close to other streets that were affected. And the winter comes and they find they have cracks and they have destruction. Or maybe they simply said they will find other places to live, and then they realize that they cannot sell or they cannot rent, or it's too expensive for them to leave their homes and go live elsewhere. And yes, we have our restoration works. We are restoring to certain people to enable them to come back home, because we believe that their presence makes a difference. That their presence in their areas makes a difference.
But you are not only in Beirut.
No, we are trying to help in the south of Lebanon. We were able to help in the restorations in one Catholic school in the south. And I'm not saying we were able to fix everything. No, maybe what we fixed was a part.
Because you from the beginning, you try to fix the small,
yes,
small elements of life, family, one person, not big project.
Exactly, because not because we don't want to, but because we are being realistic according to the funds we have. And with this school, it was very meaningful for us to enable them to walk with them, trying to navigate the situation in the best way possible so that they can function. But I think the most important also, or in parallel, it was important our ability to hold the exhibition of Gardens of Lebanon in that school after the restoration works were done. And specifically in the area of the kindergarten where they have the pool. And having more than 700 students visiting the exhibition and explaining to them.
Yes, what is the exhibition Gardens of Lebanon? Pictures of beautiful flowers?
This is what the third edition title was Wood Home Presence. And it was about art pieces made on wood collected from the rubble of the restoration works we had before. So the artists in Poland received these 15 by 15 wooden pieces. Some of them got 1, some of them got 4, depends on how many they wanted. And each expressed their own message in a different way. And it was amazing that from this piece of rubble that was supposed to go for destruction, beautiful piece came out.
It's a symbol of destruction.
Yes, but it became a symbol of resurrection. It became a symbol of resurrection because beauty came out of it. A storytelling about life came out of it.
Okay, you've got exhibition of Gardens of Lebanon in South, in Catholic school, but the students are not only Catholic.
No, they were... Most of the students in this school nowadays are not Christians because many of the Christian families after the war in 2006, they had to, their families chose to move from the south. So this is a school that was founded because both Muslim and Christian communities called for it to come, called for the congregation to found the school. And it was till 2006, 50-50 students, Muslims and Christians. Ended up with now like 10% only Christian students, whom a big number of them we are supporting as tuition fees in our program called First Step. But it doesn't change the fact that the school is doing a very good job over there.
By the way, you can join to the program First Step because this program is for everybody.
Yes, and this is what we are doing in Lebanon. The program addresses the schools. So donors are adopting children from the school who are registered in the Catholic schools, both the schools we are supporting. And in this way, we are enabling this child to cover part of their tuition fees. And because the children are the future of the country, you want people to be raised in a mixed environment, to give them the proper education, the proper tools for the future, the good values. We in Lebanon rely on the Catholic schools for that. And not that we don't have other private schools, but because our public school system is suffering a lot, and because of historically, the Catholic schools have been doing a great job in bringing people together and in instilling noble values in their students, good values. So this is why the first step is important.
So everybody can join to the big club of Friends of Lebanon, Friends of Domus Orientalis.
Yes, and Caritas of Łódź as well by joining the program if they would like to adopt, if it's possible for them to adopt one child, or they can donate to the account of Domus Orientalis and state their intentions on the form of help they would like to offer. Okay, they can, and of course we know that we are present in the Middle East in both Lebanon and Syria.
Maybe I'm in mistake, but one of the friends of Domus Orientalis is Cardinal Grzegorzem Rysiem, yes or not?
Yes, he has... I don't know if we have the right to say that, but he's also part of the first step. Now, we're not gonna tell who is the kid, but we know he's not just a friend, he's a participant, he's a donor, and at the same time, he's he's a pillar for our mission. This
Yes.
is what we can say. He believes in what we do. And he believes in the mission we are trying to undertake over there. So, needless to say.
So, are you afraid because Cardinal Ryś is moving from Łódź to Krakow?
Well, in the beginning, I was devastated. This I can admit. But then I was thinking more and more about it and praying, and I believe that I think for him to be sent to a new place, it's a big sign. We as Christians, we know that we are not meant to stay in place, but to be moving. And to be moving, making this exodus and going out on a mission all the time. And I think this is part of a consolation because I know that he's going to undertake a wonderful mission in Krakow. But at the same time, I would say that I have a feeling this isn't over. Because what he sees in Domus Orientalis and what he sees in the work we are doing there.
Because he was in Lebanon.
Yes, he was. And he saw, and the team, they met him and they spoke with him. And even now when I came, they were sending their greetings and asking, tell him not to forget about us as people, not as any, because this human relation is what matters at the end of the day. This is the essence of being a Christian, being able to bond with others and understand them and being in communion with them. So he's leaving, yes. I don't know what are God's plans for the future, but I strongly believe that if God made this happen, like the mission we have in Domus Orientalis in Lebanon and Syria, it's not because we are smart, it's not because of our own efforts, and it's not, I truly believe, because Cardinal Rysiem, because he just decided that. I believe that he prays a lot before he makes any decision. And he has a really good sense of discernment. If God wants this to continue, he will find ways. And if he has chosen this mission to carry on, to continue, there will always be doors. There will always be people. But with Cardinal Rysiem, we know no matter what, we have a friend, and we have a brother, and we have a father.
So you've got hope.
Yes, of course I have hope.
For the future.
Yes. Not that I am an optimistic person by nature, but in this,
of course,
yes, I believe.
You don't have to be optimistic.
I believe, yes.
Okay. So we have to finish. And
Okay.
how can we say goodbye in Arabic?
Depends on if you're the one leaving or if you're the one saying goodbye to someone is leaving. بس فينا نقول, if you are saying to Cardinal Rysiem leaving from Łódź to Krakow, I would say, Allah يكون معك. May God be with you.
Allah
يكون
يكون
معك.
Okay.
ومعنا.
And what should I say to you? Because we are finishing our interview. Thank you.
You can say thank you. فيك تقلي مع السلامة.
Oh, it's too hard.
May safety be with you. We have many greetings, don't worry.
Yes,
The
I
vocabulary is
know.
very large.
I know. It's very hard to remember everything. Thank you. Or dziękuję.
Dziękuję. It works.